Alrighty. I think this should about do it here. And good evening. Welcome to the week before Hamvention. And I hope I'm sounding fine. I should be. Yeah, I am. From all indications, I am. Good show. Good show. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, welcome to Live with Rhea, your Sunday night dose of awesome, your Sunday night dose of ham radio. So this week is Dayton Hamvention, and this is the reunion. This is like, this has been like 2 freaking long years of drought, okay? And Hamvention for me has kind of been the sacred pilgrimage of ham radio, where we go and we pray to the gods of ham radio to give us luck for the rest of the year, okay? So there are a number of different things that we're doing here. Tonight we're going to talk about, I know Jason Ham Radio 2.0, he talked about a lot of ham mention, but you know what, there's a lot that you guys don't really see and know about. And I'm going to give you a taste of a blast from the past, too, from ham mention. So we're going to have a lot of good stuff tonight. Just a reminder on some other things. Rhea Shack Radio Show is on WTWW Shortwave 5085. On your shortwave dial every Saturday, 8 p.m. That's a slot they gave me. I know it clashes with some other YouTube channels like Ham Radio Crash Course. That's okay because I also put it up on Podbean, which is a podcast platform, and you can listen to it there. It doesn't have any ads or commercials or anything there. I also throw it up on a YouTube channel where I keep the ads to a minimum. I just play one in the beginning and one at the end, and no ads in the middle. If I just leave the ads off, what happens is YouTube goes and inserts their own, and they go wild because they love this stuff. And thank you, Brian WM8G, for the super chat. I really, I really appreciate it. Thank you. I know, I did run a survey on Hamvention asking how many people are going. And it was kind of disappointing because a lot of people said that how they're not going. And I think a lot of the problem, it's twofold. Some people still think COVID's going to be a problem. Some people are also, but I think it's 50-50 between COVID and the price of fuel, gasoline, so, yeah. Ben Manley, no luck for you at Hamvention, yeah. Well, yeah, sometimes it can be like that. You want to know something? In 2019, my first year with the ARRL, I actually, I went to Hamvention, and I had to leave early, unfortunately, because, but not unfortunately, my kids had their first communion, so it was nice to do that, celebrate that and such. That was so beautiful. Yeah, gas has certainly gone sky high. We're seeing almost $5 here in New Jersey. And if you're using diesel, God help you, because you're going to have to they said at how we're happy to announce we just closed on a tank of diesel. To fill up a diesel truck is probably going to cost you like, some people almost $200, and the truckers are even more, $400-$500. So the hotel costs, yeah. I'm staying at the Hope Hotel, and the Hope Hotel is pretty nice, I must say. And it's like I don't know. It's pretty good. But you know what? One of the things I like to do is I like to visit my friend Roger, and I hope none of y'all get I don't think anybody's going to be offended by this picture. But this is what me and my friend Roger do, and we might do it again this year. Okay? How you like that? That's his Garand, okay? His M1 Garand. And he's been, we spend a little time and all about the second, right? Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, he has his club there, and, we go there. And that's pretty nice. So, yeah. It's like, he's like this, okay? Roger is a veteran of the Air Force. He had to retire for medical reasons, unfortunately. He had a brain tumor. Roger is, we have a Facebook group. Well, he's not on Facebook anymore. dealing with this kind of stuff. I'm trying to avoid saying the word before YouTube drops that demonetization button. But he kind of just he has he enjoys the stuff, and he's a collector and such like that. So there's a lot of famous people. So I'll just go through the photo albums here. Might as well. Yeah, and Bruce, that's true. Actually, yes, that is true. My mistake. It is the carbine because they banned that in New Jersey. It's a dangerous, it's on a list of things banned in New Jersey. Believe it or not. Okay. Bruce. So, Thunder, hello everyone. I'm new to radio. I'm looking forward to learning more. Well, you're in the right place, my friend. And, new hams. Okay. So as far as new hams go, whoops, what happened? Okay. Yeah. So, as far as new hams go, so yes, there's a lot for new hams at Hamvention, right? And let me explain some of the stuff for new hams. Yeah, I enjoy the dispensers myself too. Ham Radio Crash Course. Yeah, Jason, I'll see you at, not Jason, Josh. Keeping my J YouTubers straight, Josh, I will see you at Hamvention as well. So, as far as new hams, so there are a number of different things that are there for new hams, okay? First of all, if you are just licensed and you're looking to build your first station, you are going to be in for a treat because you can actually go and play with equipment hands-on, right? I think that is one of the biggest things for new hams is that you can go, you can touch, you can twiddle the knobs, you can, even talk on the radios. You can even operate the special event station they have there, that the DARA Club, Dayton Amateur Radio Association, what they have a special event, and you can sign up to operate. My friend, he brings, the MCOM 1 from Radio Waves, right? And so that has a bunch of equipment and such like that. And yeah, you can see that too. They have all the big three. Well, this year, it's not going to be the big three because I was told that JVC Kenwood is not going to be present this year, and that's a bummer. But like a friend of mine told me, they've been going out of the amateur business for the last 20 years, so it's not really a surprise. Okay, it's not really a shock, but they are kind of they've been they're they're what they're there. I mean, I have one of their best radios right here. That's right here, this one, which is the D74, right? It's one of the best handheld radios they made, except its biggest flaw is that it's not full duplex, so you can't really do satellites with it. But you can do satellites, it's just you're not going to be able to hear yourself. So that is the number one thing with Hamvention for new hams, right? You can see the gear in person just for a sense of scale. And, you can even go home with stuff, right? It's a one-stop shop. So I'll tell you my story of how I got back on HF. In 2006, I was living in an apartment in New Jersey, in Wayne, New Jersey. And, I was kind of like my friend Steve Mendelson, W2ML. Yeah, and Joe, we'll be talking about forums too just now. That's a good, important point. I was definitely, let me gather my thoughts here. Yeah, I was living in an apartment, and I was looking for ways to get on the air. And then I kind of figured, well, you know what? In the apartment, we tried various solutions of, hanging a wire out. Because that's what I did when I was in New York, okay? I used to hang a wire out the window and make HF contacts that way. But I had to go with a little different approach. And then I realized, operating from the apartment was kind of a little difficult. What I ended up doing was getting a station for my car, right? 2400 Accord. And I bought all the pieces at Dayton. I bought the rig from, strangely enough, from KJI Electronics, who is a New Jersey amateur radio dealer. But, And yes, Nick, I do DMR. But KJI Electronics, I got the ICOM 7000. I got a antenna, a little Tar Heel 2 from Tar Heel Antennas. And I got the N2VZ Turbo Tuner, which is like the tuner interface. So you use that to tune, right? And then I get the, other little bits and cables. So it's a one-stop shop. I walked around. I was able to buy all that stuff. And this time was back in Hara Arena, okay? The Holy Land, right? Hara Arena, okay? And, it's like I took all of that, brought it home in the apartment parking deck, installed everything, right? And it was pretty nice. And then, I worked my first DXCC on there, and I want to see if I have a picture of that. Okay. Oh yes, I got pictures. We got pictures. Okay. Let me see if I have pictures. Okay. So let me see here. Let me see if I could connect my phone, because I try to do all this on my phone because I don't trust my computer anymore, right? And I wish they would stop rioting in Shanghai so that they could deliver my MacBook. Although at this point I think I'll just go to Micro Center and pick up one, which is the mood I'm in these days. Okay, so right. Okay, whoops. This is my cat. This is my late cat Jojo. I miss him so much. He's a very, very playful kitty, right? This is the back of the car. You can see the antenna. Now, the story of the whip is that the whip isn't really, it isn't stock, right? That didn't come with the antenna. I bought that extended whip from MFJ. And MFJ now allowed me to, they sent in a cardboard tube, and then it was received in the apartment building in the management office. And they asked, "What is that?" And I said, "It's whips." And she raised her eyebrow. She's like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Don't be silly. It's not that kind of whip. Okay, I'm not into that stuff." So yeah. So that is that. And you can see I put the 7000 back there. I put the turbo tuner below, and on the left side you can see here a little device where I used to hook it into the nav. Okay. Now you can see here what I did. I hooked it into the nav right there, and I was able to just, control it from there. Cool stuff, huh? Yeah. Nice. Well. Oh, by the way, here's with me and Andrea in YLRL convention. I don't know. I'm not riding with Andrea these days. She's probably coming from Texas, so who knows? But yeah, that's real interesting. Real interesting story there of how I got back on HF, and it's all due to Hamvention, right? Now, other things you can do at Hamvention that are for new hams. Excuse me, for new hams, you also have the forums, guys. I mean, the forums are really, really, really where it's at. Yes, whips and chokes. Yes, exactly. I should have ordered some chokes and said, I got whips and chokes. And I got plugs, too. And, what would have been going through their mind, okay? That would have been something else. That would have been cool. So, yeah, I had a lot of good memories at Hamvention. But the best thing I did, though, was, so in 2016, I became, really, really into helping other people, which not culminated, but this is a natural progression where I'm on the YouTubes now, on the YouTube channel, teaching people. And I have some other projects where I'm teaching people that it's under wraps for now. Yeah. So, right. Yeah, Frank, it's crazy, but, yeah, so I began to do some forums, right? So I presented at 2 forums at Dayton. One of them was these, I was invited by this person to K6 UFO, I believe it is. He has a remote operation forum. And at that time, Flex Radio had just released SmartLink, right? Now, SmartLink was or is a system where Flex Radio, you can operate your Flex Radio remotely over the internet, right? And that's what I do with my radios. So it's a cloud service from them. It goes to Flex Radio, cloud instances, which I think they're stored on Azure, Microsoft Azure, and they broker a connection to your radio. However, I had actually set up a VPN software that people could use, and that was my contribution to the whole Flex ecosystem. And I actually won an award for that in 2017, so I was incentivized to go further. Well, excuse me. So the other forum I did was Ward Silver, and Jason talked about it on 2.0, where they had Ward Silver and his group of hams. You have Nathaniel Frizzell, Dr. Frizzell. He was there. Good guy, W2NAF, good friend of mine. And he and others had their Ham Radio 2.0, which is not the same as Jason's Ham Radio 2.0. This is some by the Yasmi Foundation. And what they did was they had a series of speakers, and they asked Joe Taylor to do it, and Joe said, well, he's busy, but my friend Rhea could do this for me. And then they said okay, and I went there in 2018, and I basically presented the JT modes, the digital modes, and such like that. And that was pretty interesting. That was back when FT8 was just in its infancy, because FT8 came out in 2017 and just started to explode and blow up, right? Of course, a lot of people hate FT8, but who cares? I love FT8, right? I love SSB and CW too. All right, let's see here. So those are two things you can do, but the main thing is that it's a gathering of hams, okay? And it's not just the formal things that you have in Hamvention that are for new hams. You have a lot of informal things. So you see me in my little diva badge, okay? Yeah, because I'm the Flex. I used to be the Flex Radio diva. FT8 is killing ham radio. Yeah, right. So anyway, yeah, it's a gathering of hams. So you could go, you could meet people, you could talk ideas, off air, right? Because you could meet people and talk on the air, but when you sit down at the table for lunch, my first experience with Hamvention was I sat across from hams I never met before, and I was able to talk with them, and I was able to share ideas, and they were able to teach me, believe it or not, okay? Because I don't know everything, right? I might sound that way sometime, but I don't. I definitely don't. But you meet a lot of people, so, and you're able to talk with them. Now there are other things you can do in Hamvention too. So remember, Hamvention is not just the Hamvention is the formal Hamfest itself, but oh, this is MCOM1, by the way. This is Emmett Hohensi. He has MCOM1, which is basically like a van plastered up with ICOM stuff on it, and he has a hex beam and other antennas on there, and he shows what it's all about. So yeah, so the gathering really, it doesn't stop at the Xenia Fairgrounds or Hara Arena as it used to be, but a smokehouse, maybe a magic smokehouse. So you go and you have several after hours events, and you have a choice of after hours events. I've been to a number of them, okay? Now, because I'm a ARRL person, a director, I have to kind of show my face at ARRL events, which I don't mind, by the way. I really enjoy meeting and talking with members and non-members and people who I hope will be members, who I'm working hard to win their membership. We have the donor reception on Thursday where we meet people who financially contributed to the ARRL, excuse me, and we thank them for their generosity, and it's always nice to meet them and find out what's on their mind, okay? Because, since they they have given a gift to the ARRL. We want to make sure that that we could definitely listen and see what they want. Of course, we listen to all members, but we give this appreciation to them. We also talk. We have like New Maxim Society members and such like that. The other gatherings I've been to, Flex Radio used to have one gathering, right? But they split it in two now. They have the excuse me, the one for contesters and DXers on Thursdays, right? So because I go to the ARRL donor reception, I don't go to the Flex one anymore on Thursdays. However, Friday they have another one for general audiences, and here's another one of those innuendos. It's not PG-13 or R. Okay, general audiences meaning people who are not necessarily into contesting and DXing. They've had some really interesting presentations. They've had from Joe Taylor. They've had Steve Hicks has given presentation on stuff. You have Ranco 403A who give presentation on the Power Genius amplifier. And full disclosure, I've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations with that amplifier in the early stages as a beta tester to ensure that you have a good product. So I was an early beta tester for the amplifier. I had serial number 7. Of course, I sent it back and I got a later revision. But, I got, I pretty much shook out a lot of bugs and helped them fix a lot of stuff. And, they got a really nice product now. So, the Flex Radio Banquet's nice. They have, at a Flex Radio Banquet, they give out their customer awards. And, it's like a little piece of triangle glass thing that I got. I have 3 of them. One of them for Top Elmer, they call it, with the old Flex Radio logo. And I have 2 of them with the new Flex Radio logo for Power Genius XL. So, I imagine some of the Node Red people are going to be getting theirs this time around. It'd be interesting to see who gets, but I have 3 of them, so it's nice. Now, also on Friday, there is a DX dinner. Now, the Southwestern Ohio DX Association has, they have a DX dinner where they give, they have lots of prizes, by the way. So this one has a lot of prizes, right? You get like a little ticket and you get prizes. They draw for prizes and such. They talk about DXpeditions, and one of my early memories of the DX dinner was VP6DX. Okay, so VP6DX was to Dusha Island, and they have a number of things, and they also announced the DXpedition of the Year award. So every DXpedition is up for DXpedition of the Year, and the most worthy DXpedition win that award. They get a nice plaque. They don't serve ham. They serve like beef rib or prime rib or, I don't know, chicken. Some of them. I don't know if they serve ham. To serve ham. It's a cookbook, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so that's a really nice, that's a really, really nice dinner. Unfortunately, I don't go to that due to this schedule. I might go another year. But I went one time a couple of years ago with Andrea and K2Easy. It was nice. Saturday is contest dinner. Okay, so I really like contest dinner. Contest dinner is where all the big gun contests, like contesters get together, and the little pistols and the contest curious, and people who are just along for the ride. We go and they give a presentation about contesting, and then you have dinner and you meet with friends. Look, nobody goes for the food, okay? I'm telling you, nobody goes for the food. The food is okay. It's hotel food, right? I mean, I've had plenty of hotel food, right? It's okay. But at the same time, right? People go for the friends, and it's a nice spread, right? It's a nice, decent event, right? The hotel staff do a great job and such like that. But, people go there to get together. Now, later on at night, you'll find that you have the contest super suite. And so I'm giving you this from my perspective. I'll talk about some other events too. Okay? So contest super suite, they have basically K3LR and company. they have this event here where, well, it's not really an event. It's the it's like a suite in the hotel where, you know, they have like all the contest clubs get together. They have a pizza party, right? But again, people don't go there for the pizza, okay? They go there for the for the friends, right? So the pizza might be nice. There's a cash bar, so you can loose your lips with some alcohol, and you know it's you can go there and you can meet all of your friends and make new friends too. I love to make new friends. What else is true about the suites? So I don't know if they're gonna have it this year, but they used to have, like, I believe Kansas City DX Club used to have a suite where they had like a pile up competition where you'd go and you would try to listen for call signs in Morse code in a pile up. My DX Club, the North Jersey DX Association, used to have a DX suite, but unfortunately, due to club politics, that got squashed. It was not a nice club thing, but I'm not going to say any more other than I'm disappointed. And I have a right to be disappointed, right? But, yeah, the KCDXC is fun. So, other events. Well, Joe will tell you about FDIM, right? So basically, I think they're called, 5 days in May, where they have like a whole, what should I put? A whole gathering of QRP enthusiasts that coincides with the Dayton Hamvention. So QRP ACI, right? 4 days in May. Okay, thank you, Joe. And they basically have this here where, they have like Wednesday, the registration, Thursday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So, and then, they have some interesting stuff there. They have a lot of things. They have a homebrew contest. They have a 2N2222 challenge. Joe, you gotta tell me what that one is. I think where they try to make a transceiver just or a transmitter or some piece of equipment just with 2N2222s. So those who don't know, 2N2222 is a very popular small signal transistor. It's like the basic of the basic transistors that are used to make circuits, right? They're a very small signal transistor. Let's see here. There's a Club Night in the Ballroom, award ceremony and such like that. Yeah. That's interesting. So the other thing they have as well is one thing I did was the DARA open house, Dayton Amateur Radio. Okay, use two N2222 transistors and see how much power you can sustain out, key down before it blows. Cool. That sounds like my kind of thing. You're letting it, you pulling the tiger's tail and trying to take out the magic smoke. So yeah. So other things. So you have the DARA open house, right, where Dayton Amateur Radio Association, they let you tour the club station, and I might have some pictures of that somewhere. Is it 2017, 2018, May 19? No, yeah, is it? Yeah, and then they have no, it's contest dinner. Well, they have the whole tour of the station, and you can see it there, right? Might have been in 2017 when I went, but yeah, and then sometimes you just have informal gatherings with friends. You just have like a couple of years ago, all of you probably know hi W2YM, I know you. So tickets to Hamvention, right? I believe it used to be around $40. I'm not sure. So now I must admit that I go with the ARRL and I get a vendor badge. So because I have to go and it's 26 advanced and 31 at the door. Okay. Yeah, $26 advance and 31 at the door. So it's not that expensive. I've seen some events, cost a lot more. $26 is a bargain, right? Yeah, so but I go with the ARRL, and I spend some time in their booth. I spend a lot of time in their booth actually. So, if you want to see me, I'll be at the development booth this year. Basically fundraising, and also trying to to talk to members and such like that, and see what their thing is. But yeah, so you could go to Hamvention. You can buy your tickets at the door. The only problem with buying them at the door is that you will have to line up in this ridiculously insane long line, and it's just going to be chaos, right? Well, let me flip through some of the photo album and show you some stuff from from years past and how we did it, right? But I want to show you some ridiculousness, because this is crazy, right? So Hamvention, not only doing Hamvention itself, but also the road trip getting there is an adventure in itself, because you can you can have some fun, okay? So I took a trip with Andrea K2EZ a few years ago, and I'll show you exactly what we did on the road, okay? So we stopped at a truck stop. And apparently truck stops sell a lot of PL259 because CB radios use them, okay? And it's fun seeing what these truckers are using. And there's Andrea. She has she has the Rover, right, which is her vehicle, and with all the antennas and such on it, and she's up there fixing it, okay? And let's see here. Yeah, she's up there fixing it. Up there fixing it again, right? You see? And there she is in a Rover. Gas, we stopped to get gas. Now it's probably going to be insane to fill up that thing with gas, right? We had to check the battery. She had to fix some on the battery as well too here. We have a flex radio in the back, flex radio on board, so we were making contacts as we were going. She has all the radios inside. Right, I had my Kenwood on APRS, and I was doing APRS as we're going. Here's our QSL card. You might remember. She used to do Parks on the Air, so she made a little parody that said Parks on the Air. Is Taurus Littrow National Park, which is on the moon. Okay, that's funny. I have one of these on my wall, but let me show you a few others here. The road trip is fun. Yeah, I don't want to show you this because this is okay. So here is me and Christian Kudnick, K0STH. We were there in front of MCOM1. He was there at Emmett. Emmett was kind of hosting him a little bit. K9AY. Anybody have a K9AY antenna? K9AY is a popular receive antenna for HF. A lot of people use it, right? And by the way, that ARRLS DXCW shirt, Otis NP4G, he sent that to me from Puerto Rico. And I wore that shirt to Dayton. This is Kunet. He's a Turkish ham. I'm not sure what his call sign is. Oops. Okay. This is Tom W5KUB's booth. This is Dave Sumner, K1ZZ. If you know the ARRL, he's a former CEO of ARRL, right? And okay, here is so that pneumatic mask does not belong to Andrea. That's from another vehicle, right? But it's kind of superimposed, so it's kind of funny. This is inside of I believe it's inside of MCOM1 or one of these vans. And I took a a whole panoramic photo as well. Yeah, this is definitely inside of MCOM1. This is Roger, right? W8RDZ Roger Zink. This is inside of, I believe this is DX Dinner, right? This is with yeah, this is in the Super Suite. This is with Ann KC9YL. This is me making a face. Should be a YouTube thumbnail. What do you think? I heard that making funny faces gets you more, gets you more clicks and views, right? Does it? Maybe it does. I'll show you the rover again here. So she exhibited the rover at Dayton, you know, and that was some pretty cool stuff. But it's more fun riding in it. Okay. Let me see what else here. Oh yeah. Okay. Here's Joe. So Joe, his whole shtick for Dayton Hamvention is the Cat in the Hat, Dr. Seuss. So he always does that. I have an old picture of him. I'll show you. You know, like I said, you always get to see, touch new gear and see things. You know, a rubber chicken. What are the rubber chickens? You know, I made Morse code with a rubber chicken. I'm fascinated by this, okay? Because I might be headed to Shenzhen when all of this lockdown nonsense is done, okay? Uh, I do have an old one with your hat, Joe. Okay, I have to find it. Okay. The Shenzhen guy, I don't know. You know, I definitely need to look and see. Here's my friend W4PG. He's a moderator at QRZ.com. Here is, I think this is W7UDI. Might be a couple of people. A lot of people have taken pictures with me. This is, I believe this is the Adaborough Forum. This is Antenna Hat Girl. I forgot her call sign, but I just know her as Antenna Hat Girl. Right? This is Paul Ewing, N6PSE. He's a famous de-expeditioner. He does de-expeditions to really rare and cold places. Okay? He almost did North Korea, but somebody's loose lips sank that ship. This was contest dinner. More panorama. K9 DUR, Ray. Here's more contest dinner. Right? I'm flipping through too fast, am I? We had a local contingent from New Jersey. We had our whole, yeah, so the door prize this year, they're giving away a whole HF station, including an ICOM, I believe it was a 7800 or a 7851. That's just crazy. You see? That's crazy. We have a YL forum, so, if you want to, I hate to say this, okay? If you want to get your wife or girlfriend into ham radio, right? Or you are a, you are a lady and you want to go into and meet ham radio ladies, you can go into the YL forum. This year, I'm not sure who we have, but we always have some interesting speakers, right? Contest dinner, more contest dinner. I was all the way at the back, and my iPhone couldn't really, hack it. More contest dinner, more awards and such like that, and selfies. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, I take selfies. Get over it. Oh, my friend. Well, I don't know if he's really my friend, but Dave WJ20. He always gives out a gift at the contest suite. We got a little bad blood, but yeah. There's Andrea. She won a roll of coax. Okay. Hey, the smoking ape. How you doing? Right? I got and this is the SP amplifier. So like I said, you always get to see new gear. Okay, even if it's stuff that you might not get now, stuff that you do later on, I'm sure you guys know Katie, WY7YL. Right? They sell all sorts of stuff to clean your dispensers. Okay. I think I bought that one, just as one. I have a whole bunch of cleaning gear, but I figured that would be nice to carry to the range. All sorts of amplifiers and such like that. And here I am riding back home. I had a good time. So, yeah. I want to show you some really old pictures, and I have to just get them from my vault here. So the old pictures are, there's some else. I don't know if the Smoking Ape is going to be at Hamvention. Maybe if he is, I'd like to have a smoking beer with him. we could shoot the smoke and breeze. But yeah, I know a bunch of the YouTubers will be at Hope Hotel. So if you are going, okay, Hope Hotel, like I said, the Contest Super Suite or the other things in Hope Hotel, it used to be at Crown Plaza in Dayton, but of course Crown Plaza in Dayton is under new management, and Crown Plaza, they've just gotten kind of, I don't know if they're really that interested in hosting anything Hamvention anymore. Or maybe they just got too expensive. But Tim Duffy, K3LR, who organizes all these events, he actually changed it to Hope Hotel last year. So let me see if I could show you here. Dayton, 2007, 6. I used to have a lot of fun as a ham radio operator. Let me see here. You know what? It's probably from 2007. Well, 2006, 1, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, here we go. Dayton Hamvention. Okay. So, let me see if I could pull up a few more. Yeah. This is going to be kind of weird because it's like, I'm pulling from my PC here because I have that in the vault. But anyway, here we go. This, I don't know what this is. This is probably, I guess it's like a broadcast facility or something. I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. How do I play this as a slideshow? I can't really see the thumbnails for some reason. Let's see here. View as. How do I view? Because I want to see the tiles. Oh yes, here we go. Tiles. Right? I want to see the old picture of Joe. The old picture of Joe with his cat in a hat. And this is back when it was in Hara Arena, by the way. Okay. Who is this? Yeah, it's gonna be oh. Alright, I could show you this one. So, there's back in Hara Arena, right? In the old days, it used to look more like this, okay? And yeah. And back then Kenwood was there. Right? Whoops. There we go. Yeah. So, it used to look like that back then, okay? You have R&L Electronics in Hamilton, Ohio, and believe it or not, I was told it used to be more crowded than this. But yeah, it's wall-to-wall hams. I mean, I hope it could get like that again, but I don't know. Everybody, the price of fuel and everything else, I don't know, But I really hope that we could fix that up. You remember when the black Yeah, right? Did Moses just come down from the mountain back then? Right? With a stone tablet. Yeah, that must have been eons ago. Yeah, and they have an old video with what's his name, with Joe, Joe Eisenberg. He made that, and Steve Mendelson was in that too. But let me see here. Yeah. Oh yeah, and back then we had these hams from Taiwan. I don't know why I took this picture, but these guys, they seemed interesting. You see hams from all over the world. Back back then you had these two hams from Taiwan. Maybe they're still around. Who knows? Bravo Victor 2 Quebec Bravo, and Bravo X-ray 2 Alpha Foxtrot. A lot of people across the world, they make the pilgrimage to Dayton. It's it. I don't know. It is the one, I believe it's the world's biggest ham fest, or the second biggest, right? But it's pretty huge. Let me see. Go back to 2007, Dayton, okay, and see here. No, I only have raw photos of that one. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We have our club suite. Oh no, this is gonna bring up Photoshop now. Okay. No, I don't want to do this. Right. Whatever. Escape. Yeah. Let me go back to 2006. I really want to find that one with Joe and his cat in a hat, but maybe I'll post it separately. But anyway, so times past used to be nice, but guys, there's a lot of future to make up for. There's a lot of things we could actually be doing in the future that that will be reviving it. Hopefully, there's been ebbs and flows, right? I mean, we might think that ham radio will be on a decline, and this is just me editorializing and soapboxing here. Um, People say that how well ham radio is on decline, and I've looked at things like we've done some surveys of ARRL membership, and we find that actually there's not really decline, there is variability, and we try to find out which events correlate to that, right? Because we're always doing analysis of the stats to see how we could better serve the members. And it's kind of, it is at the point where we're trying to figure out, well, where are the ebbs and flows, right? Okay. And yeah, I want to see this as a slideshow. That's what I want to do. Here we go. Yay, slideshow. Okay. No? Okay. Whoops. Okay. Yeah. At the risk of... Okay. Right. There we go. Slideshow. Here we go. Yeah. So some things are kind of funny. Ignore the sticker. Let's dicker. This isn't the flea. Okay? Some Russian thing. Right? Yeah. That was like the Tar Heel antennas. People walk around with all kind of antennas there. I don't know why. It's like they don't have ham radio at home. But there's all sorts of stuff going on at Hamvention, and all sorts of things you can take part in. I really hope that that you can enjoy this a little more. So we're almost out of time, but I did want to show you a little piece of, with Joe's permission, as he's here, I could show you his video, but I want to show you the part with Steve Mendelson back in like the 1980s, okay? And I'm sure Joe wouldn't mind, but I'm going to take the liberty of doing it anyway. But yeah, you can go on his channel and you can check out his videos where he is, not 2017, like back in 1985, okay? Really, really, old. Hamvention, 1987, destination Dayton, right? And I want to show you the part where, let's scrub through this a little bit, okay? I want to see how best this will do here, okay? Let's see here. Okay. Alright. Yeah, there we go. And I get the sound? Yes? Okay. See? Yeah, so back then he used to be known as WA0WRI, right? I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I'll just show you pieces of it, as we go along here. Because clearly, this is not going to You don't have time to watch all this. Oh, it's right here. Fabulous Dayton Hamvention. You know, this is how it was back in the day. It was incredible, right? Really, really incredible.
How's my hat work? My hat works fantastic.
Michigan.
It had this way last year. So,
Again, a guy with an antenna on his hat. What's going on there? You know? You know, now we have all these RF safety rules. Are hams going to, you know, not obey the RF safety rules, and Dayton's going to be interesting. Oh, here he is. Here's the famous clip I want to show you. And this is Steve Mendelson, W2ML.
I want my portion of the 220 band back. Either I get my portion of the 220 band, or I'm taking some of your 890, I'm taking some of your land mobile at 460, and I am going to sell it. Now, I was told by my president that I could sell frequencies, and you at the FCC are telling me I can't?
As a matter of fact, we heard you were selling frequencies. Come on in, boys. We got them.
Oh, geez, guys, it was a joke.
Yeah.
Behind my back?
We're just your normal, everyday.
Yeah, I think these guys are from New Jersey, and they're wearing the goofy hats. Oh my god.
That makes this place
Anyway,
really class
so I
affair.
guess that's a preview of what you could see. If you look up the video, I'll put in the chat here. Joe's Destination Dayton video. You can take a look at that and see, you know, where we're doing that. So you can watch the entire video here. And Joe, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Engineering to be up for a while. Agriculture. Okay. Now, I have to address the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room is that some years ago, Dayton had an incident where the sewer system below Hara Arena decided to rupture, and it became a volcano. And that was the year of poop volcano. Shit volcano. Okay. But, you know, it's like, that was kind of like the beginning of the end for Hara Arena. When Hamvention moved to the Greene County Fairgrounds in Xenia, Ohio, you know, it was kind of with mixed feelings among hams, because some of them felt, well, you know, Xenia is not Dayton, you know, but then again, Hara Arena was in Trotwood, okay? It wasn't in Dayton. And they, you know, they feel like, well, you know, it's always going to be not the same, okay? But you want to know something? I like Greene County Fairgrounds a lot better in terms of, for several reasons. You know, Hara had its nostalgia, okay? I'll put it that way. But Greene County Fairgrounds is where it's at now. And I really think that, you know, you can't really resist that change. But they, you know, they have a lot better facilities. They have the food, okay? They have the fair food. It might be a little expensive, but it's more variety than what you had at Hara Arena. Hopefully this year they have the good food. And, you know, they bring that up for everyone. And, you know, the show must go on. So, final thoughts, okay? I will definitely see you guys there. I'm going to be there on Thursday. DX Engineering and Tim Duffy, well, not DX Engineering, well, Tim Duffy and his crew have something called Contest University on Thursdays, which they actually, Thursday during the day, which they have like a whole day full of seminars on contesting. It's really interesting. I went to one, and it's pretty interesting, but I just don't go every year because I know everything already. I'm just kidding. I just, you know, I just don't have the inclination to go. But they do have a lot of good stuff if you're a beginner, if you want to get into contesting and such like that, or just simply, you know, improve your operation. Right? And the Never Been to Hamvention, but all the videos, photos, you remind Fairgrounds, Hamcation, is that? Yep. They don't explode without help, okay? So, yeah. You like fair food? Yeah, you know, Ape, fair food's not too bad. They have like, you know, they have like fajitas and stuff like that, so it's really not too bad. So anyway. All right, well, listen, this has been another Live with Rhea, and I will see you at Dayton if you are at Dayton, okay? Be sure to stop by. You know where to find me. I'll be walking around, but you could look for me at ARRL. You could look for me at Hope Hotel, the after hours events. If you're attending any of the events I'm attending, there's tons of stuff people do. They go to the VOA tour. They go to Wright Pat Air Force Base. They go to the Dara Open House and all sorts of stuff. They have top band dinner for people who like 160 meters. They have dinners for other people with special interests. There's always something, okay? Ham radio is a big hobby, right? And yeah, it is a hobby, okay? I don't care what people say. It is a hobby. It's a big hobby. It's a big, activity. There's lots for people to do. But, there's something for everyone. So until next time, this is Live with Rhea right here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Don't forget the radio show on Saturdays. I might be doing a radio show this Saturday. Probably a little bit recording from Dayton. But you know what? I think Ted and Holly might be there from WTWW Shortwave. So we might do some live broadcasts. I don't know. I have to find out what their plan is. But, if they're there, I will be there. And definitely I will see you around. Okay. Bye-bye.